So, Shannon, right now, how high would you draft Mayfield?
I would consider maybe at the end of the first round, possibly the second. But Skip, you see what's happening here. The narrative is being written. He doesn't play well. Oh, he was sick. He was under the weather. Or he's setting himself up for a Herculean effort. Oh, he was under the weather. He didn't go to Disney. They talking about like.
Are you saying he's not sick?
No, I'm not saying, but I'm Skip. There have been a lot of people sick that we didn't know about. They make it seem like Baker Mayfield is 7 going to Disneyland. He's a grown man.
Okay, but Lincoln Riley said at Disneyland he's a little under the weather, and it wasn't until who tweeted it? I think
Chris Fowler.
Chris Fowler, yeah.
Little.
Yeah.
Now with the football, I mean, pretty soon they'll probably say he got
He's
SARS.
got that bug that's going
Ain't
around.
no bug going around. He in California.
You know what? There is a
I've
big
been
bug
sick.
going around. You know what? My doctor told me like 2 days ago he's never seen more flu cases in his career.
I ain't got no flu.
Well, I'm just telling you, it's out there.
Well, I guess I just flew in from Georgia because I'm healthy. I don't.
You have the sniffles every day.
Every day.
I do. Because you know what? His height would concern me, Skip. I mean, he's 6 foot. And I know everybody.
I'm not even sure about the 6 feet, but
let's
we'll
just
find
go with
out.
that. Oh, but what about Drew Brees and Russell Wilson?
Yeah.
But what about all the guys not named Drew Brees and Russell Wilson that's 6 foot tall that couldn't play in this position? I'm concerned, can he drive the football? I'm concerned about how well does he anticipate? Because in the NFL, you're throwing guys open. You wait till they come open, that's an incomplete or an interception. And his off the field and his on-field behavior is concerning to me.
Me too.
I don't care what anybody says. Oh, he just, no. There have been a lot of quarterbacks that were college that didn't display this type of behavior. I ain't got no problem with the flag planting. But the crotch grabbing and the off the field, getting no. Those are some major red flags to me.
Public intoxication, running from the police in Fayetteville, Arkansas while you were there. I don't know, but go ahead.
So those are really big red flags.
Yep.
I'm going to pause. I'm going to do like the stop. If you come up to something red that's flashing, I'm going to stop and I'm going to proceed with extreme caution when I'm vetting Baker Mayfield. Now, he might turn out to be one of these all-time great players. And we know, Skip, quarterbacks get a little extra value added. So the mock draft normally mark these guys up a little higher. Now, he's ranked behind, obviously, Darnold, Rosen, and the kid from Wyoming, Allen. And so I guess Baker Mayfield's in the 4th slot as far as quarterbacks. What I don't understand is that it seems to me that some people are higher on Baker Mayfield than they were Deshaun Watson. And I don't even think it's close, Skip. Maybe you disagree, but I don't think Baker Mayfield and Deshaun Watson should be mentioned in the same breath.
You know what I said about Deshaun Watson.
Well, we saw it.
Cleveland will forever rue the day they don't take Deshaun Watson.
And the 11 other teams that passed on it, too.
All of them. I agree. So, as you know, I'm an Oklahoma Sooner fan, and I can't help it. Born and bred. So I have watched every snap this young man has taken. And sometimes he acts like he's 33 going on 23, and then sometimes he acts like he's 13 going on 23. And he has grown on me. I was not that impressed in the first year, even though the stats screamed impressive. And they just got better and better and better. All 3 years. In the last 2 years, he led the nation in QBR each of the last 2 years, and his QBR went from 90 last year to 91 this year. So he's not playing good. He's playing great, okay? And as a starter, he's 34-5. And these are the positives before I get to the negatives. He isn't just accurate, he is deadly accurate. And we all know that's the number one trait that you need in a quarterback.
Absolutely.
Okay? His poise isn't just good, it's great. His durability and toughness, not good, great. The chip on his shoulder is bigger than that Heisman Trophy. His competitiveness is off the charts. And you can ask Mel Kiper or Todd McShay, they will tell you. In fact, I think I've seen Mel say he hasn't seen a college quarterback any more competitive than this kid. But I'm going to remind you, he twice walked on. Not just once, he twice walked on. So we're talking about all-time classic overachiever.
Correct.
He walked on at Texas Tech. Nobody wanted him. No D1 school wanted him. And then when it didn't work out there, he walked on at Oklahoma. So how many times have you heard of a two-time walk-on, and then he won the Heisman Trophy?
That in and of itself. Forget to be a walk-on and win the Heisman, normally that goes to 4- and 5-star recruits.
Okay. So, given all that, I worry about the height because I'm not even sure he's 6 feet tall. And this is what I worry the most about. As much as I love him, because you want to talk about performing, he will perform. And I believe he's going to perform at a high level Monday, and I believe he's going to be performing the next Monday after that. But I'm going to remind everybody, total objectivity, they have the best offensive line in college football. That Orlando Brown at left tackle, he's going to make a bunch of money in the National Football League.
His dad played in the NFL.
And he did. He was really good. So I think the kid's going to be even better. And I don't want to bore you with all the names, but they are loaded with skill players. Loaded.
Yeah, they do.
This Rodney Anderson came from nowhere. He was like stuck on the bench. And over the last 7 games, he's averaged 125 yards rushing a game, and he's been catching balls. He caught 13 balls for 19.7 yards a catch. So they're just like everywhere you turn, you got wideouts. And that Mark Andrews, the Patriots would love to have him because he's going to be like a Tom Brady special kind of a tight end. Okay, so is he somewhat a product of the Lincoln Riley spread you out and just throw it all over the lot, and then occasionally when we get you spread out, we'll hand it to Rodney Anderson? Yes. So should that be a question mark in your mind? It should. But in the end, the off the field scares me more than the on the field because I'm just not sure. There's some Johnny Manziel going on here. God help him that there's no addiction issues going on here, but we do know he had one public intoxication.
Right.
And I've heard lots of other stories that I don't want to repeat because I don't know how true they are, but he's got whatever that edge he plays with on the field, it operates off the field just as strongly.
Right.
And I'm with you. I don't mind planting the flag at Ohio State. It was their revenge game, but that's who he is.
Yeah.
That's what you have to live with as your franchise quarterback. So talent-wise, performance-wise, is he grown on me enough where I'd say, that kid can play in the National Football League? Because I'm telling you, he's got a whip of an arm, like a whip. It's right there with anything Drew Brees has ever done, just on arm strength and accuracy. But the rest of it, I don't know. So I'm hoping to see a lot more and then a lot more in the next 2 games, and then maybe it'll change your opinion. But somebody's going to have to take a big close your eyes gamble on this kid if you take him like the Chargers sitting in the wherever slot, like at 13 or wherever that would be.
For me, Skip, if he were to win this game and if he goes to the next game, these are the last 2 games that I'm going to watch. I'm going to go watch his body of work first. Because sometimes we've seen guys come on like gangbusters. They're like, oh, okay, yeah, he can play. You take him, and you're like, well, hold on. There were some red flags. There were some things that we saw in the tape that if we'd have looked a little closer, would have caused us to raise our eyebrows. He'll get an opportunity. I agree with you. I believe the evaluators will look more closely with his off-field behavior than what he's done on the field. The crotch grab will cause some concerns because as the quarterback, in most situations, you're the CEO. You're the face of that franchise. This will never be accepted.
Yeah, but again, if you're going to put all your stock in the interviews at the combine or if you fly him in, trust me, he can turn on the charm just the way Johnny Manziel used to turn it on. When he's around the adults, he can act like an adult. In any TV interview you see him in, he is tremendous.
And what will happen and what we're starting to do, Skip, somebody will put tails on this guy. He won't even know it.
Maybe.
They'll find out how many times he goes to the bar, what does he do in his free time, how often is he eating fast food, how often does he train. They'll know. And that's why when teams are like, well, we didn't know. Yeah, you did. You don't invest. It's anything. You don't invest. People don't just buy things without researching it first. You don't just buy, oh, yeah, I'm going to buy that home. Did you see it? Nah, I'm good. No. You go look at it because it might be a dump, and it might not be where they said it is. So they're going to do their homework on this young man. And like you said, hey, he might be 6 foot, he might not be. But at the end of the day, we're going to find out a lot more, especially we'll watch him against Georgia because I don't think he's seen this kind of defensive speed.
Yeah.
We know.
Although TCU's pretty good on defense.
Yes,
go ahead.
They are, but I don't know if they have the type of athletes that Georgia get. TCU not getting those 4 and 5 stars.
They're not.
Right now, Kirby Smart is leading. Georgia has the number one recruiting class in the early recruiting.
They always have like the top 5. They always have the most NFL or close to the most NFL.
It's normally SEC schools, Georgia, Alabama. Now Florida is going to come back into the mix. Skip, it's going to be very, very interesting. I want to see him. I'm going to watch this game very closely against Georgia. I watched him a little bit, saw a little bit of the Ohio State game, and he made some throws. But I want to see him against a little better talent from top to bottom. I know TCU, what they represent, but Georgia's a different animal.
Remember, Urban Meyer said in his career he's never had a quarterback play a better game against him than Baker Mayfield played in his house. in the horseshoe.
Yeah, but Skip, when you play in the SEC, ain't a whole lot of quarterbacks coming up out of the SEC. Remember that. Ain't a whole lot of them coming out of the Big Ten either. Big 12, Big 12. What is Big Ten? It's still Big Ten? Yeah.
Which one, Big 12 or Big 10?
The Big Ten.
Yeah,
where
Big 10.
Urban's at.
Yeah.
So Urban, if you look at where he's been, Skip, it's not a whole lot of quarterbacks.
Okay. All right. So my bottom line on Baker Mayfield is I trust him at this moment more on Monday than I trust him next year and the next year in pro football. I'm just not, I need a little more.
Okay.
Well, he's scheduled to address the media today, so we may find out a little bit more about his sickness.
Well, we know what happened last time. I won't be able to walk out there with my team one last time. The captain means so much.
You cry those tears?
Skip, it would mean so much to me.
He was suspended for the whole first series of
Yeah,
that game.
exactly.
Wasn't
And he cried like they wasn't going to let him play.
It meant something to him.
Whatever.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few segments from the newest show on FS1, First Things First, with Chris Carter and Nick Wright.